Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Watkins and I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty, and I'm located in Texas and I service Houston and surrounding areas. So today's video is going to be about the state of the real estate market. So I made a couple of videos about how the market was going earlier in 2021, and I've got a lot of requests for me to make an update because a lot of things have changed since then. So we've got back to school, we've got forbearances ending soon, we've got a couple of different trends, at least here in the Houston real estate market. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of keep you updated a little bit. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and throw them in the comments below and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. And again guys, so with this market real estate update, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be reading straight facts, straight data. I'm not going to be putting any of my personal opinions until the very end when I tell you what I think is going to happen with the real estate market, okay? Now, I'm not a psychic. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to give my opinion on trends that I've seen in the past and things that I see moving forward. So again, if you have anything to say about that, you can definitely reach out in the comments and we can take it from there. I'm also going to take this time to ask you guys if you could please do me a huge favor. Destroy that like and the subscribe button because it helps me to grow the real estate channel so I can help as many people as possible. So now let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, so I want to go ahead and start off with one of the most repetitive questions in the past couple of years, and that's when will the market crash, or are we going to have a market crash? So first I'm gonna answer that the best way that I can. I'm gonna say I don't know. Again, I'm not psychic. I can only give you guys market data, trends, and information. So with that being said, I don't believe there's going to be a market crash right now. I don't see it happening because of two reasons. One, inventory is still at record low, and also the interest rates are still record low. So they maybe rise just a little bit, but they're still not high enough to justify a market crash just yet. Okay, and also while there's still record low inventory, that means that the sellers still have the power to pretty much charge whatever they want. So I'm gonna go ahead and read straight off the numbers, guys, and I'm gonna put a chart up so you can check it yourselves. Okay, so the Houston housing market saw 13 months of positive sales, and that literally ended right at July. So July was kind of the tipping point. Okay, so the numbers for July basically dropped just a little bit. Okay, so for all of July, in 2020, total property sales, there was 12,865. So in 2021 of July, there was 12,383 total property sales. So that's a change of about 3.7%, okay? So that was the first time that we've had a drop in any months at all, okay? So 13 straight months of positive sales until July hit, and then, we'll go into August in just a moment, okay? So as far as, we're gonna go over to total active listings. In July 2020, there was 34,364 active listings on the market, okay? In July 2021, there's 27,268. Okay, so that again is a differential of 20.6%. So as far as single family homes, that's pretty much where the drop was. There was 10,822 single family home sales in July of 2020, and in 2021 there was 10,159. Again, that's a drop of about 6.1%, and so that was the reason that the record kind of just dropped right after 13 months. Okay, so with these numbers, everything kind of just slowed down a little bit in July, and as you can tell by here, it's not by a whole lot, but in August everything picked back up a little bit. So we saw a return to increased sales volume with inventory levels improving and the prices showing signs of moderation while being higher than last year. So the prices did jump up just a little bit more, but the inventory is still super low. The market didn't necessarily crash. The market didn't get extremely better for buyers, but it did ease off a little bit, and that's really in big part to back to school. So as soon as school is back in session, we start seeing a lot of buyers start to calm down, a lot of sellers start to calm down because most people don't want to move their families right whenever school is starting, okay? Because you got to get them planted in school, you have to get all the routines set in order, and everyone's back to work and all those things. So basically anytime that school is back in session, the home sales kind of go down a little bit. People stop making so many moves. So with everyone kind of done focusing on back to school, everyone's basically rooted where they're at. Now the home sales have started to pick up a little bit, okay? Again, even though the inventory levels are improving, they are still incredibly low at the moment. What does this mean if you're a buyer? So if you're a buyer, it's time to definitely talk to your real estate agent and make sure that you guys are watching what's going on in the market. Because one of the things that caught my eye was the close to original list price ratio. Okay, so basically what that means is it's a ratio that shows how close you get to the listing price versus what you actually paid for it. Okay, so in this instance, June, it was at its highest ever. It was at 100.3%. Okay, and then in July, it kind of went down a little bit to 100.2%. Now, the interesting thing about August is that in August, it went down to 99.6%. So what that basically means for buyers is that we're not seeing as much competition anymore as we were earlier in the year. Okay, so for example, if there's a house on the market for $200,000 before at 100.3%, buyers were paying $230,000, $240,000 to secure the house. Okay, now fast forward to where we're at that 99.6% is getting a lot lower. And I've been looking at a lot of a lot of home sales on the market as well. And now I'm seeing a lot more of the homes that are going, if the house is on sale for $200,000, it's going for $205,000, $206,000, $207,000 instead of $220,000, $230,000, $240,000. So if you're a buyer, this could be your time to try to get in because it might be a little bit easier for you as there's not so many buyers on the market. What does this mean if you are a seller? If you're a seller, the market is still good for you. And again, it all just depends on what your personal goals are and what your plans are, okay? If you own your house outright and you don't have any more payments on it, the smart thing to do and in many people's minds would be just to hold on to the house and just, make way with what you have. If you are thinking about upsizing or downsizing, then of course have a conversation with your real estate agent about putting the house on the market to try to see what you can get for it. Just because we say that buyers aren't willing to pay $20,000, $30,000 over asking price for every single house, it doesn't mean that it does not happen. Okay, just last week I was working with a buyer and this house went $35,000 over asking price. Okay, so it still does happen, but with the numbers that I was explaining to you earlier, it's saying that it doesn't happen the majority of the time as it was before. Okay, so if you're a seller, you can still put your house on the market if you're planning to move, because this also makes it easier for you because now you're becoming a buyer as well. So you're still going to get the most bang for your buck in your home, but that also means that it should be easier for you to get into a new home, especially with the interest rates being as low as they are. It can be a very good deal for you. Now we're going to go ahead and go over August's numbers so you guys can see what the difference was between July and August. Okay, so the August numbers read: total property sales in August 2020 was 11,018. In August of 2021, it was 12,036. So there's a 9.2% change of the total property sales from last year to this year. Okay, whenever you go over to active listings, last year in August, there was 32,173 total active listings. This year, there's 27,555. Okay, so that's a drop of about 14.4%. And again, the inventory levels are historically low, so that's why you're seeing more homes last year on the market versus this year on the market. Now, another good thing to look at as well is going to be the single family months of inventory, okay? So basically, months of inventory is an estimate of the number of months it's going to take to deplete current active inventory based on 12 months of sales activity, okay? So if there are 13 homes for sale in an area, basically that'll be showing how many months it'll take to sell all of those homes, okay? So right now, we're at 1.9 months of inventory for 2021. Last year it was 2.6, okay? But again, that's 32,000 homes versus 27,000 homes. So you can understand, why the months of inventory is different. So if you're a buyer, might be a good time for you to get back into it. Also, let me also point out that once we get closer to the holidays, there's naturally less buyer competition anyways. So if you're buying this market and you've been saving up your money and you have all your ducks in a row, it might be a good time to talk to your agent about getting everything put together and still searching for that home, because there's not going to be as much competition in the months of the holidays anyways. So just keep note of that. And then on the flip side, if you are a seller, remember, it still is a great time to sell. There's still a seller's market. There's not that many homes for people to pick from anyways. So I mean, if your home is nice, it's in good condition, if you have equity in the home, it could be a great opportunity for you to take advantage of that and for you to try to get into a home on the flip side, because now again, you're going to become that buyer and it's going to be easier for you to get into a home versus a few months ago. Okay. So my personal opinion is I believe that as the economy starts to get better, that is going to persuade a lot of sellers to put their homes on the market anyways, because a lot of people were scared before. Back when COVID first hit, many sellers were afraid to put their home on the market because they didn't know what was going to happen, just like everybody. And they also didn't know what was going on as far as people losing their jobs and being able to pay their bills and things of that nature. So with people starting to be more secure about how the economy is and their job situation, it's going to allow more sellers to put their home on the market. Of course, in turn, more buyers to try to buy homes, but it should help everybody out in turn. So that is the current state of the real estate market, guys. We are in September right now. Yes, we're decorating a little bit early because my family loves Halloween. But yeah, so we're in the month of September. I expect for things to get a little bit better for buyers moving down the road. But at the same time, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. Things can change all the time. Many experts thought that we would have a strong seller's market right now back when COVID first hit, and look what happened. So if you have any comments, I'd love to read about them in the comments below, guys. I always want to see what you guys have to say. Many different perspectives are always good. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, I would love to be able to help you out. All of my contact information is in the description down below. You can find me on social media. You can DM me, you can call me, text me, shoot me an email, anything you guys need. And if any of your friends or family are looking to make a move as well, I would love to take care of them. I'm getting lots of calls and texts and emails from people from all over the city of Houston, the state of Texas, and from other states as well. And I absolutely love it. So you guys, thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next week.